From 1989, and the film that I was most familiar with out of the Empire of Scream set was Arena. I saw this a hell of a lot when I was younger. It was one that I had a great affinity to, and it's basically Rocky in space, and it works so incredibly well. It's a simple idea, but it's delivered with such gusto, and it feels like it's got a decent budget as well. We follow a short order cook and his sidekick as they're kind of sacked from their job for fighting. It turns out that our hero, Steve Armstrong, trained and came here to this space station to try to fight in the arena. But he couldn't get his foot in the door. And when he beats up somebody who was a contender, he finds himself flung into this world of gangsters, of corruption, of fixed fights, and trying to rise to the top. And it's a familiar story that you've seen done many times before. But just giving it that slant of being science fiction, giving our characters weird characters and creatures to fight against, just, I think, elevates this one.
Ask around. Nobody gets to the championship circuit without Rogor.
And although everything feels a little bit tropey, from the bad guy to Weasel, the sidekick played by Armin Shimmerman, who is wonderful and somehow strangely recognisable even under all the wake-up that he has of Weasel. It's like a warm blanket for me. It's one of those movies that I can sit on. It's one of those movies that I put on and I just enjoy the hell out of it. I love the fight sequences. I love that underdog story of fighting against all opposition, rising, not letting anything stop him from achieving the goal, even though he does achieve it, it seems rather easily. I just like everything about this film, from the look to the creatures to the performers to the rousing battle at the end, or the many fights that are going on during that final fight, to the bad guy who is just kind of weird looking and very threatening in this one. But Arena is just a pure, absolute adrenaline kick to the balls, because it's just so much fun for me anyway. Arena was a love of mine because of it being such a familiar story, but taking it into this world of futuristic space battles by building up this world building and the legacy of all these different creatures, of a history of the fights, to throw in cool little things, little twitches and changes in technology. The fact that we have something that matches the fighters against each other. If one's overly strong, it brings them down to, so they're fighting at the same level, which is a really kind of neat idea and really comes into the final third of the movie. Out of all the Empire of Scream's box sets, this was one that I knew fairly well, and it was one that I was pretty confident I was going to love again going back into it. I'd seen it a couple of years ago and I really enjoyed it then, so it was great going back to this one. That is my favourite out this set. It probably will always be the favourite out this set, and it will always be an easy comfort watch for me. Yeah, so there we have it. Let's jump into the extras and have a little look at Arena. So here we are in the disc for Arena. Let's go to the special features. First up, we've got an audio commentary with Matty Budrovich and Dave Wayne again. We have the director Peter Manoogian, which is another interview-like one, which I am loving for these kind of films. Now, he's got a kind of love for this, talks a great deal about the film, how it was supposed to be a 3.5 million budget, but ended up just being 2 million, having to kind of work on the fly, how the script changed through the process, working in Italy. Lots of great information again in this one. We have the alternative full frame presentation. We have Not His Arena, which is an interview with the screenwriter Danny Bilson, who's basically talking about getting a job at Empire, how they were just parodying other movies. This one is body and soul, but let's make it in space. You know, the 40s film, which is, I kind of love the idea of that. About just breaking down and going and having like a cry in the bathroom because things were just super stressful, waiting on money coming and things for the production. A good amount of information in this one as well, and it has 40 minutes 44 seconds. Empire of Creatures is 16 minutes 21. We're talking to Michael Deek again about the creatures, particularly some of the stranger ones for this, how he actually played horn in this and how it was really interesting doing some fight sequences for a change. Then we have trailers, which are in those at various aspect ratios, and an image gallery, and that's the extras for Arena. So there we go. Another wonderful film in this set. I've got one more to go. I'm a little bit sad about that. I want more of this kind of stuff because this is just my kind of movie. So easy to digest, easy to watch, and most importantly, fun. I'd love to know your thoughts on Arena, whether you loved it, hated it, fell somewhere in the middle. Please let me know in the comment box below. It's always nice to get varied opinions or to have that reaffirmation of my opinion. There's more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to the Patreon, membership program and manvfilm.com, all ways in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.